I'm feeling like some catty vibes. Cattiness. Something catty. Okay, what is this cattiness? Or who? That's probably what we're talking about is who. Who's the catty one? Interesting. So we have Scandal, Bathan, and then the card that came out is a self-made individual. This is someone, you know, the people like celebrities that go up to the podium and they say like, I want to thank God. This is someone that believes that they have actually gotten where they are today all by themselves. It's kind of like in Gnosticism when we talk about Yaldabaoth, where he believes that he's the only God because he doesn't actually know his father. So he believes that he made himself, that he is the first consciousness to exist. And because he doesn't know where he comes from, his arrogance has placed him in a position where unless you are self-made, unless you have reached a certain level of success on your own without any help, they look down upon you. This is the cattiness. So I'm either feeling like for some of you it could be a group of girls, because that is very typical with women. It could be guys as well, because for some reason, I don't know what's in the water, but there's a lot of men out there that act like women. That cattiness. Or this could be something that has been a theme in your life because it started with your family, and this is how your family dynamic is, and then that bleeds into every relationship that you have. You might even...
Indeed.
Thank you. You might even say this is the demon that is attached to you, like it's the one that you have to address. Gremory, self-made individual. This is like a haughty person. If it's women, that's very common. To be like, there's jealousy. This also could be where someone believes that they deserve what everyone else has. Okay.
Cross.
The cross. Oh, this is someone who's a false follower of Jesus, of Christ. Hospital. This is a false, bearer of the cross, and they work in a hospital. That's exactly what I picked up from that. They work in a hospital. It's not, like they're sick in the hospital. I was shown that it literally is their workplace. Okay. I'm trying to figure out which deck I want to use. I'm going to use my biblical deck. Deceive, yeah. This is the deceiver. This is someone who is sneaky. This is someone who lies. The Two of Wands, Elijah on Mount Carmel, 1 Kings 18:16 through 45. See how there's people in the background? It looks like he's a part of a secret society, like a club. Again, this could be female or male. Just imagine going to college and you join a fraternity or sorority. Unfortunately, there's going to be people on here that don't like me saying this, but a lot of the stuff that happens in those...
Success.
Yeah. it's meant to network, to make you successful, where you have a name, right? And those people typically that join a sorority or fraternity, there's someone that becomes successful. They know how to network. That's like your first experience with networking. But it's very demonic. If this is not that kind of thing, it could just be some type of club, like a group, even if it's like in the workplace. You know how lawyers, I'm just giving an example, lawyers, you know, they want to get into certain groups of lawyers. Police officers, they want to get into certain groups of police officers. Superior, yes. They want to reach a place where they're superior over others. Because this type of individual, about the self-made energy, they don't respect anybody that receives any type of help.
I want it.
Yes. I want, but I didn't earn. Thank you, Spirit. This is someone who's like, oh, you didn't earn that, so you don't deserve to have it. I'm going to make sure you don't have it because you didn't earn it yourself. So they literally would, this is someone that would be like, I feel like would be cruel to a child even, where it's like, well, you didn't earn this, so you can't have it. Like, isn't the point of being a parent so that you give your child better? You still have to teach them. There's no excuse to not teach them.
Distrustful.
Yes, these people or this person is extremely distrustful because they look down upon people. So, like, this would be someone who, again, wears a cross, a necklace or something, or a ring, or has t-shirts, or goes to church, is a part of church groups even. This is someone that just looks like they're just any old person trying to follow the path of Christ consciousness. But they quite literally look down upon people that need help. How are you going to be in a church that serves the community when Jesus came to teach us to serve the people, to serve each other, even your enemy? And you're telling me that you don't think they deserve it because they didn't earn it, like with their blood, sweat, and tears? If you read the Bible, even the story of the vineyard, so the vineyard owner wanted to get some extra people to help that day, and he came out really, really early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, let's say, and he goes and asks people
I'm stuck.
He'll pay them this amount for the whole day to help, for the day to help, till the work is done, basically. And he kept going throughout the day to get more people from the street. So imagine the people that started in the very beginning, the early part of the day, they're working the whole day. Then there's people that come in the afternoon. And then at the very end of the day, he gets a few more people and pays them all the same. And people were upset about, how is it fair that we were here from 5 o'clock in the morning and they came at 3 p.m. and we all get paid the same? And in that specific scripture, it's teaching us a lesson about farther than that. Yeah, this is a lot deeper, I think.
It's inside.
Yeah, it's what's inside. It's the person that you are. To think that our brethren, right, the people around us should not also be able to survive. And I think that many times we want to hate people that need more help, but isn't that why we have more? Isn't it because we have more that God bestowed upon us to help others? Like, God didn't give us more just so that we could keep it to ourselves and hoard it. God literally gave us more to help others with it. And I think that when we don't do that, that's
nothing.
When we don't do anything, we give nothing, we are literally showing God how we wouldn't even give to him. We will be judged for the way we judge others, because that is how we are saying that we want to be treated. So when we persecute people, that's what we're doing. We are saying, I want to be judged this same way. When we don't give, we are not giving to the Lord, because the Lord himself said it. What you do to the least of these, my brother, my sister, you do for me. Everybody needs to start questioning, who are you inside, as Spirit just said? Who are you inside? This person is Ooh, that was a big one. I have to get up for that. Oh, God. Oh, okay. 6 of Wands. Ruth the Moabite, Ruth 1, 6 through 22. And then we have 4 of Coins, or 4 of Grain, Parable of the Rich Fool, Luke 12, 13 through 21.
Unfair.
Unfair? Okay, let's see. Thank you. That makes so much sense. So the 4 of Coins is holding something back. This is someone that has a lot, right? And this 6 of Feathers is someone feeling like God is withholding from them. Like, why can I not reach this success? 6 of Feathers. Why can I not reach this place? 6 of Swords. Someone has a lot of anxiety about giving away. Like, will I have enough? If I give everything away, will I have enough? Because this person lacks value in themselves, they see that everyone that isn't extremely successful as lacking value.
Listen to me.
They want to feel like people listen to them. They want to feel heard. They want to feel seen. And because of this is why they have this attitude. And they don't think that it's fair if other people haven't worked as hard as them, or what they perceive as other people working as hard as them. They don't think it's fair that I have to work this hard. Well, other people don't. I have to hold on this much. I have to... Debt. Oh. This person is like, I'm always gonna have to save. Which is smart. This is not like non-unsmart decisions. These are very intelligent decisions. Holding on to your savings, keeping a stash of savings like this.
How many are there?
This person has a lot of fear around having to move, like the idea of not having enough and then having to move or losing money. This person might be putting on a brave face, even though they are...
I'm stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck in this. There's this feeling of they're like frozen. They're stuck in time because of finances. They can't move as freely as they want to. And it has a lot to do with the way that they've judged collective. Either you or, again, it's someone else that you're affected by, right? Like everything that we do affects somebody else in some way or some fashion. And we can't underestimate what that is. All you can do is acknowledge that you have trespassed against others and ask for forgiveness. Castle. Okay. Yeah, 6 of Coins. This is sharing. This is someone that is technically was supposed to receive or did receive a lot at one point. And because I feel like they misused, I actually feel like they took from others, people that were more vulnerable than them, they actually took. So this could also be someone that stole money from other people because of this attitude, this behavior. You know, when people are pretending to be something they're not, this is someone that would say,
move out of my way.
Yeah, move out of my way. I'm self-made. When really they're a thief. And the reason why they're so critical of others is because they don't want their truth to be exposed. Usually we're extremely critical of other people's when we're trying to hide something that we've done or something that we're doing. You know, we try to outshine it, overshadow it with someone else's dysfunction or accusations that we may have or beliefs that we may have about them. Okay, what other energy? Justice, the 10 Commandments, Exodus 20. Yep. One of the things about the 10 Commandments moment that's so, I didn't know this for a really long time, but Moses actually asked the Lord not to kill the Israelites.
Shovel.
Shovel? Yeah. I just heard the term shovel shit. Like, the thought came in my head where I said shovel shit. Someone feels like they're the judge and jury for other people. This is someone who's extremely judgmental.
Come over here.
But the story was saying is about how Moses asked God not to kill the Israelites because they were dancing around the golden calf, which is the demon Baal. You know, we all know about Baal, especially with the Epstein files. But so that's the defining moment. I want to point that out. That was a defining moment in the Bible where Moses saved the very people that we are literally dealing with today. So, and God let it happen because Moses really believed that a good deed was going to have a positive outcome.
Pathetic.
But what Moses didn't realize is that with every action that we have, whether they're positive or negative, there's going to be a positive and simultaneously a negative outcome at the same time. And that's what we're talking about here. You have mercy, but then we all know that there is going to be consequences for mercy, and vice versa, having harsh consequences as well. Because how many people have died in prison?
Not even close.
How many people have died in prison that have not committed a crime? We wouldn't know that number. We probably never will know that number. So you see what I'm saying? Okay. This person, it's like God has given this person so many chances, which is what God does. But I just don't feel like they don't. Okay, death. The Four of Swords, or the Four of Wands was here. Shopkeeper again. Death, the fourth horseman, Revelation 6, 7 through 8, and number 13. I would read that. I'm actually going to read that after this reading because that's significant. On a different channel I have from back in the day way, I have a video I posted, and it's about Revelations 13.
Demon.
And yes, the demons. Yes, thank you. The demons. This person has demonic attachment, meaning there's a lot of oppressive energy that they create. So this demon that is attached to them, this behavior, this sadistic, I like to see people suffer, I like to take advantage of people energy. This is someone who, the Queen of Cups is here on the bottom. This is someone who likes to create nightmares in real life. They like to take things that people would fear, their most fearful moment in life, and think about whatever that might be.
I'm stuck.
Yeah. And create that in real life and make people feel completely trapped and stuck. what would Jesus do? Jesus would make you feel free in a way that takes away the expectations and the suffering of this world that the world puts upon us. For example, I'll give an example. People might not like this example, but a trans person, Jesus would make someone like that feel free to the point where whatever body parts, whatever they have going on externally, is irrelevant to the soul. So, meaning they wouldn't have to change their body to be the person that God has always wanted them to be. And I think that's controversial, right? But I think that many times
It makes no sense.
Yes. Let me get back to the reading. But this Queen of Cups energy, this is someone who prays. This is someone who prays for destruction. This is someone who prays at nighttime, like in bed, when they're saying their like evening prayer. This is someone that would sit in church, take communion, and pray for someone's demise. This is someone who believes that whatever opposes them or whatever does not agree with them or give them what they want
Hospital
is demonic. Yeah, this person works at a hospital. Unfortunately, this person themselves has demonic attachments. There's a masculine. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. There's 3 men and 3 women, so it's an equal 3 and 3. If that would be the maximum of people involved in this. But there's specific individuals, specifically a female and a man in the group too, one right, opposite sex, that they really have this
eldest.
Yeah, they're the oldest in the groups. They really have this deep-seated darkness like attached to them, and this is why they bond so well. So these 2 people could actually be lovers or partners, or these familiar, okay, or these could be like family familiars, people that they have many things in common, whether they're married or they're family. They have such a distinct bond because they can relate to each other in their childhood, their upbringing, the neighborhoods, like all of that stuff just tends to mesh together, and this is what makes their bond toxic. With this 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Feathers has 2 people on it. Then we have the 10 Commandments, and there's 2 tablets. I'm just saying there's this energy of 2, and they have this self-made attitude. They're very, very toxic. Okay, clarify the 2 of Wands. Five of Wands. I'm sorry, 5 of Pentacles. The World. This duo, yeah, they're a problem together. Sometimes, a lot of times, there are a lot of people that when they get together, they don't realize that they are like the trauma bonding. And through that trauma bonding, they become very like toxically intertwined, where they feed off of each other's anger and sadness and drama. And so they kind of like, what? Cleaning? Oh, someone's trying to clean out their closet, like figuratively speaking. Oh, okay. So any type of revenge that this person has for others, it's like an initiation for whatever this club is that I mentioned in the beginning. So this 5 of Pentacles and this World is like they end people financially speaking. There's like they end people financially. but it's like a cycle. These are people that might steal money. Thieves. These are
Billy.
Billy? Okay, Billy. Someone's name is Billy. But these are thieves. These are like a female and a male, up to 6 people, but there's distinctly a leader of 2 that they're the most dominant. One of them uses the sex appeal to, so the female will use their sex appeal and their words to motivate the masculine to steal, to take from others, whether it's like multiple people or just one specific individual. But this is like an initiation into their group, their family. Like there's something about you have to sacrifice someone, that attitude. Just like the cult of Baal, what's, sacrifice people. 6 of feathers.
Not.
Mentally, someone is like they use this is the mental mind games that they use because they're mentally not with it. They like to get the sort of the push and pull energy, but the really toxic kind. Like to the point where one of these individuals is apologizing. They like to wind this person up. They like to toy with this person.
Deep.
Deep. Yeah, and they like to hit the person where it hurts, which is their fear of being broke. So this feminine will, like, with the masculine energy, will really hit him where it hurts is about wealth and self-made. And this person also has that attitude, so they feed off of each other. And they look down upon other people as a couple or as a group. All of these people are like that.
When did it happen?
But they like to play games with each other's minds. So not only are they playing with each other, but they're also toying with other people's lives for fun. But then they take it out on each other as well in a weird, twisted way. Or they like put fear in each other so that they can keep on taking it out on others that they feel don't deserve things in life, right? 4 of coins.
Shopkeeper.
You said that already. Shopkeeper. The Tower. Okay, so the masculine, I literally got this vision. The masculine used to be like this in this connection. The masculine was, if you're not self-made, I want nothing to do with you. You don't have enough money. You're not good enough for me. This would be the type of man that would say, if you are a single mother, I don't want nothing to do with you. You're used goods. They want someone that had no kids. This is that. So this is what happens.
Where are we?
Someone like that rejects everybody else, but finds the person. They don't realize they find the person that they're most like glued to, and it's because of the trauma bonding. And this person then meets their maker, meets their match, where they're literally mirroring and feeding off of each other. And this one of the people in this pairing is starting to feel like everybody else that they toyed with. They're starting to feel exactly how they treat others is how this feminine or this masculine is treating them. And they're starting to see it. Like it's now becoming, like they're growing, right? Spiritually, this person's growing every day. They're learning something new about themselves, and they're
not.
This is someone that is constantly, Spirit said not already. This is second time. This is someone who is constantly told that they're not good enough. I'm picking up a feminine telling a masculine that, but it could be also a feminine or a masculine telling a feminine, or a feminine telling a feminine, or a masculine telling a masculine. Take that how it resonates for you.
Rituals.
Yeah. these weird games are actually ritualistic behavior, because when you are manipulating people, that's witchcraft. So emotional manipulation is a form of witchcraft. Do you know how many people that pretend to be Christians go to church and they're so, oh my gosh, they're so holier than thou, but yet they're manipulating people. Mentally and emotionally
It's what I
manipulating
want.
people. Yeah. Because they want something. This person is hiding money. Okay. Because of the feminine doing these like mind games, let's say it's the feminine that's like juggling the behaviors and the attitudes. Like one moment she's like good and the next moment she's like not good and there's a crisis. Yeah, King of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Tower moment, and the Queen of Cups. Oh, and the Nine of Wands. There's like a prison here and they're hung up to dry. This is not good. So there's a Queen of Cups, which Queen of Cups already came out. Amy. Okay, Amy. A Queen of Cups. There's some sort of legal matters here with the Tower moment and the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And they're trying to protect themselves, but they really don't have protection. Like, see how there's no bushes? Like, there's no branches with leaves on these sticks. You can see them right through the trees. They're not hiding. They're not being protected by a bush.
Unfair.
They think it's unfair that they're being exposed. Like, that people see them for this behavior. Like, they're greedy. This person is 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. That's greed. They're, like, withholding everything. They might have so much, and yet they believe that that's it. I'll die. I'll be buried with my jewels. I'll be buried with my money. I'll be buried with the freaking ATM machine. Take my lockbox and put it in my coffin. Like, this is someone who
Not necessary.
This is so unnecessary, but they will do the things that are
Jacket.
very unnecessary. A jacket? Let me see. What is this justice? Oh man. Okay. 5 of Swords, see, and the Hermit upside down. See? People see them. People see them for the trickery. They can't hide. They cannot hide. No. They are so desperately trying to hide, and they can't. They're exposed. So exposed.
She won't leave.
There's some sort of opposition, and this is why these people are being exposed. Not only are they being exposed to each other, like their behavior is their decision making, their ideas, the things that they do are very toxic. So they're being exposed by working with each other, by being so close together. Like, it's really hard to say, oh, you're not a part of that when you're the right-hand man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might as well be family, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see you, like, you're sticking your tongue at us. We see you doing that. You think that you're getting away with something, but we see you. This person now recognizes that they are being exposed. The Death. Some kind of offer. The Star. The Star and the Death. someone's healing. Collective, this could be you, this could be the people that are like, harassing you or messing with you, or
hospital.
They work at a hospital. I don't know how many times you're gonna say hospital. They work at a hospital. They could be a nurse, they could be a doctor, a tech, like x-ray, they could be in the OR. What do they have? Like, I'm trying to think. Yeah, they work in a hospital. This is someone who would destroy people by interrupting their healing process. Whether that was medical, because you know that power, yeah. So let's say it was medical because hospital keeps coming up. This is someone that would bring death to someone's healing. So this would be like an abusive person. Okay, and power. Yeah, they want to be in power over others by the abuse is by interrupting their healing. So abusing them as they're healing. Never giving them a moment to heal or breathe or get back on their feet. You're just like, okay, imagine someone falls down the stairs. Oh my God, they're really badly injured. And you come along and you decide to stomp on them as you're passing by. And then you come back up the stairs to stomp on them again. And you keep doing it over and over and over again. By the time you're done, they might die. I mean, that's like you keep pushing someone over the edge, right? This is where they don't want anybody to heal. They don't want people to be centered. This is someone that's sadistic. They like to torture people in a way that makes them look like they're not doing it. But unfortunately, the Hermit in reverse,
won't leave.
with the Five of Swords, everyone can see this. This is not like hidden. They can see you sticking your tongue out. They can see you, talking crap. They can see you lying. Like, this isn't, and look at this eye. This person is trying to get away with, something sneaking around, but then the eyeball is there because someone's watching. People can see this person. It's not like it's hidden. They thought it was hidden because of the moon here. They thought their prayers and their ideas that they get in the middle of the night and everything was going to just work out the way they thought it was going to work out.
It's inside.
It's inside. Yep. See? Five of Cups. Four of Cups. This is like fun for them. Knocking people's cups over, creating emotional distress, right? Creating like this is a trap. These are like people, this is an initiation. Imagine having, again, back to that sorority club type thing.
Not even close.
It's worse than that. Yes, I'm being very reserved with the way that I am describing this, but this initiation process is like about humiliation of others. And this isn't just, I don't feel like this couple has just done this to one person. I think this is something that they do with other people. Like, there's a group, a gaggle of these people, and they could be couples even. And they talk shit about people, and they maybe make complaints about people, report people online. Like, these are people that want to make other people's lives harder. So you could have been like a bystander to this. This could have literally been, you maybe not even know these people. And let's say that you encounter them outside on the street, at a festival, at a bar, at a club, right?
Over here.
At school. Over here. See how he's like stomping on this demon here? This is someone who believes that this is someone who believes that
demon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. This is someone who, that's the devil there, like a demon. This is someone who believes that all of their prayers are coming true because it's from God. But really, this is them, the demon, laying at the foot of Satan, the emperor of hell. See the checkered floorboard? This is the secret society. Like, I'm a bloodline daughter of the Masonic Rite. My great-great-grandfather was a 32-degree Mason, and he was a high-ranking Mason, and he also was the Pennsylvania president of the Joseph. Okay, someone's name might be Joseph. My grandfather was the president of the Pennsylvania chapter for the Sons of the American Revolution. And in one of the articles, I've actually posted this picture before, but next to him is President Hoover, because President Hoover had joined the club, and obviously my great-great-grandfather let him in. Yes, a success. My family's like really old in like American history on both sides of my family, ironically. Anyway,
cleaning.
So this person could be a part of like that kind of secret society stuff. I mean, my bloodline actually married into the Rockefeller family. So that's because of who we are, like the Masonic connections and ties. I'm not dissing the Rockefellers at all. At all. I have nothing to say about them other than I come from the same bloodline of like old history, American history. And if you know anything about those people will do anything to become a member. Is all I have to say. They will basically do anything. And this is who this person was trying to become a part of something like that. But really, they don't realize they're not the emperor. They think they're this emperor. No, they're this demon here that Satan is controlling. And he's under the will of Satan. Like, you can't have anything without me. Once you pray for that kind of stuff, and that those like things start happening, and deep down you know that it's wrong, like you know in your heart you're not doing the right thing, you're not, like revenge, for example, that's so wrong on all levels, right? Getting revenge, it's truly wrong, even though deep down inside many times we feel like people deserve it. If you think about what you're doing,
12,
you'll understand that you're being used. 12, okay, that breaks down to a number 3. Yeah, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, the foundation of everything. Okay, who's this Queen of Cups? Show me this energy. Their dream is to become something, but unfortunately, the things that they wish for and dream about are built off of a toxic foundation of really sort of like climbing on the backs of others. If you think about this imagery here, where they're playing they're playing chess on the back of, like, it looks like a slave, you know, like someone. And if you think about it, it's also interesting is that this person underneath is blue. And many times, so the color blue represents healing. And at least for me, I think of like the blue Buddha, for example, is a healing energy. And my dad got me a tapestry of a blue Buddha as a symbol of healing because I'm chronically ill. And that color, it shows me that these secret societies, because again, the checkerboard is here again, just like in this. These secret societies rely on the backs of the healers. Like they steal the energy from the healers, if that makes sense. For those that might make sense to. Clarify the Queen of Cups. These are people that, again, these are like corporate criminals. These are people that will take advantage of they'll use the legal system as a weapon. They will take advantage of other people with, it's the people that will take the law, and again, I said this in another video, they go in between the cracks of the law. They manipulate the law by working kind of like on the skirts of it. Not within the actual law, but the cracks in between, the things they can get away with. Clarify the Queen of Cups. 2 of Cups in reverse. This is someone who pretends to be loving, but they're not. This is someone who they take advantage of vulnerable people. Because again, in reverse, you see how the woman is blue? I don't want to get too close to the camera with this because of the imagery, but the woman is blue and this masculine energy is in red. And again, I told you about the healing. If you look at her, she looks a little bit like she's being pushed against the wall and being cornered, and she's holding one hand like this with the cup, but then she's covering herself. So in a sense, she's partaking in this. But when it's in reverse, this means it's like against her will. This is someone who believes that they can take it. This is a feminine energy who believes they can take advantage of a familiar. Okay, so this is a family member. Yeah, you've said that. So this probably has to do a lot with family. These people might be family. And this specific feminine likes to take advantage of vulnerable people. This could be like an older family member. This can be, like a husband and wife, right? Like I said, this could be a couple that behaves like this. And if this is a family, then they're passing these traits down to their children. Yeah, it's deeply rooted in their family bloodline and the way that they treat people and how they teach their family to treat people. There's a lot of disrespect. There's a lot of lies, and there's just a lot of drama that they create. These are people that, let's just say like these are people that, again, let's say pretend they're Christians, but really they are like the cult of Baal. The cult of Baal pretends that they're, Jews, that they're Jewish, that they follow, God. But really, the cult of Baal are not actual Jews, and they don't follow the Father God. There's difference between Jews and the cult of Baal. The fake Jews, and the real Jews. There's a difference. And the ones that are a part of the cult of Baal, they are not a part of God's tribe at all. So it's like that. These are people that, again, they take advantage of the vulnerable. They're following in line. You. Yeah. Someone could be following you or following me. I don't know. Okay. Knight of Swords on the bottom. Okay, what's coming in the next couple of months? Let's see.
What are you doing here?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This devil is coming in the next power. A power trip. Someone is having a power trip and a half. Oh my god. Knight of Wands. This is someone who does not think. This is someone who speaks before they think. This is someone who's going to go off of anger and impulse. This is someone who's going to go off of jealousy when they speak. It's going to be nasty. Yeah, the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups. These individuals, they only pretend to be this one big cup of love. Like this whole family, right? See the dolls, and they all look the same. Yeah. The eldest of the family is the one holding everybody else together, and they're the ones that pass these like horrible, abusive, emotional traits down. Because they're like the Hierophant. They want to be in control. They want to be worshipped. They want to be seen, heard.
Please go.
The Hanged Man. Yeah, this is someone who's stuck in this cycle, and they're gonna stay stuck in this cycle. This is something that you can't really do anything about. What should collective be doing about this for themselves? Because you can't control other people. This is their behavior is gonna keep on coming. They're gonna do it to you and do it to others. Like, you have to either distance yourself, or what should collective be focused on? Knight of Swords. Just always be ready to listen very closely to the word Andrea. Listen very closely to the words they say. Very closely, all the time. Even if they're just saying like, "Hi, how was your day?" Listen very closely to the tone, the look on their face. Like, look at the details. Look at the patterns when you consistently encounter this person. Anticipate, make sure that you are very vague You are not detailed. Like, don't talk about yourself with this person. Be as respectful but restricted as possible. This could be, again, a family. This is, yeah, the Emperor. And the Four of Pentacles. This is a greedy person. Four of Pentacles. What's after that? The Knight
Ashley.
of Cups. Ashley? Okay. This person is always going to withhold from you because they're very immature. This is like the Napoleon syndrome. This is like the little man syndrome where, you know, they got to act all big and bad because of all of their, you know, flaws and insecurities instead of, you know, they're really acting a fool here. Instead of healing, they would rather act a fool instead of healing, because I just saw the star again under that. They would rather act a fool than heal. So you have to stay in your, you actually have to, if they are an emperor in reverse, you have to meet them as the emperor upright. You actually can't mirror them. You have to turn that around and show the very opposite of who they are. You become the opposite. That's the secret weapon. When you look at someone's behavior, let's say that like you encounter somebody and you guys are out, or you're at like a friend's house and like there's a party and there's new people that come in and you suddenly bump into this two people that seem cool. And then over time you get to know them. You have to be mindful.
I'm eternal.
Eternal. Yeah, these people, they think... Oh man. These are people that are fighting. This is like being on Big Brother. These are people that are in real world fighting to be the local celebrity, or to be the one everybody, you know, thinks is cool, has good money, like self-made. I didn't need anybody. This is the kind of guy or girl or couple, actually, we didn't need anybody to help us. We're not mooching off of anybody. When the truth is they actually had a lot of help to get to where they are, but they would never admit that. They don't want to look like they receive help, or that they have flaws or disabilities, or like, this is people that are embarrassed about their struggles. These are people that are not, you know, like they wouldn't be characters that you would find in the Bible, like the way that they're behaving.
Success.
Because all they care about is success and money and more success and more recognition. And the more they look for that in this life, when they die to go to the next life, what have you done? You chased after something for nothing, because what did you do with that success is what's actually important in heaven. Not what you did, not what you created from that success, but like, what did you actually do with that success? God will help you create, help you manifest. But once you reach that manifestation and all of that wealth and all of that success comes in,
Close it.
What, pray tell, are you doing with it? Close what? Oh, that was so good. I'm dehydrated. Okay. I'll close the reading soon. Yeah. I need to be done. I don't know why I'm picking up the Tenenbaums, the movie, the Royal Tenenbaums. I don't know how that applies to this, but maybe you're dealing with like a family kind of like that. If you know that movie, it's very dysfunctional in a very interesting and weird way.
Not even close.
Oh. This flipped out after not even close. Nine of Pentacles. This is that independence, self-made, right? And then the Queen of Wands in reverse. Again, this is someone that is mean about people that are not self-made, people that need more help than others. This is someone who gossips about that stuff. This would be someone also that has a lot of opportunity, but they take it for granted. They're not someone that God has blessed this person, and yet they take it for granted and they hoard it. They hoard their wealth.
Shopkeeper.
Oh, this is someone who has like a QVC obsession or addiction where they're constantly buying things online. They're constantly online shopping or like TV shopping all the time. I've had a few family members like that. Last messages about what the collective should be doing. You just have to be the opposite. You cannot see this Four of Pentacles. See how there's two sides, an up and a down? You see? You have to quite literally be the opposite. You cannot fall on the same side as them energetically at all. Because being around people like this will do that to you. Especially if you fall for their tongue, like their word magic. That's manipulation. They twist things. They use...
Why can't I come?
They want you to feel like... Here, it's interesting this pops out. Ten of Pentacles and Four of Cups. They want you to feel like you can't reach this Ten of Pentacles. These are people maybe in your family or whatever. They just don't want you to reach that potential because they don't think you deserve it. These are people who don't think you deserve success. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. But you're still going to pursue it because you do have a passion for it. You have a lot of ideas. You have a lot to say as well, and you're meant to say it. So just keep speaking, because this, like, you speaking is what's going to bring you to this.
When did it happen?
Independence, this level of, like, this self-made energy. Again, these are people that I only want to be self-made. I want to be the only self-made person in the world. A hospital. Again, this keeps coming up. Hospital. How many times? Eight of Swords. They want... This is the energy. See, why would a rabbit that's lucky be scared? If they're always lucky. This is you, collective. Like, you're the rabbit. You have a level of, like, luck, and people don't like that. And it... Again, remember... There are so many people in the world that are like that. Meaning, there's so many people in the world that have what we would call luck. And other people are jealous of that. They don't understand why. And the sad part is they don't understand why because they're ignoring the very, in my opinion, the very words of God that are right there. It tells you who you should become. And it's a struggle to become that. But it's more important to struggle to become that because you're trying every day versus someone who's pretending and parading and masquerading around church, acting like they actually follow the words of God, because they don't want anybody to be ahead of them. So everybody has to be behind them. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is about money and independence. If you have Five of Pentacles, how can you have independence? So again, it's about being happy, because if they were in a Five of Pentacles, they would be devastated.
Rituals.
They probably are ending up in a Five of Pentacles because of all the manipulative rituals that they've done, all of the word magic. When you lie enough where it just becomes extremely obvious, you treat people like crap, enough people are treated badly, enough people see your, the way that you even treat each other, the schemes and the scams. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Stop scheming and scamming. Like, what do you mean? Stunad. Yeah, this is scandalous. This group, this
not necessary
family. Yeah, it's unnecessary. Thank you, Spirit. It's not necessary. This is so unnecessary behavior from these people. They truly act like they are Three of Pentacles. As if they share. But really, they're just sharing so that they can control other people. See the blue? They act like they have a solution for everything. That they're the... right? The self-made individuals. Like, we're the good guys. Doesn't the Bible say
think?
that the bad guys are going to say that they're the good guys, and the bad guys are going to say that the good guys are the bad guys? Like, hello. Okay, last message. Last card. 3 of Swords. These are people that wanted you to be their next taxidermy project. What is it? What is it? Lovers. These are people that like to tear people down, and you know how you go hunting and you kill the deer, and so then you take the head and you have it taxidermied and you hang it on your wall because it's your trophies, just like a serial killer would have trophies, because that's basically what it is. Don't shoot me in the comment section. I'm so nerdy, it's okay. But no, seriously. This is how they are.
What?
This is how they are. They want to post people up on a wall because this is their prey. They like to have the memory of hurting other people. It makes them happy.
I understand.
Yeah. They pretend to be understanding. And collective, the message really is to always be on guard, to always sit upright. Like, even if they try to belittle you or make you small, know that those are just words that are meant to truly go like deep. Because Spirit said deep, I think a couple times. It's supposed to hit deep. It's meant to hurt you deeply, and to trigger you. And if you understand and recognize that it's genuinely just to get you riled up, that reactive abuse, then you're not gonna fall for it. You're just gonna sit there and go like, oh, I didn't know they let the monkeys out of the zoo. We need to take you home. So this person really thinks that, or thought at one point, that they were going to have you like as a taxidermy project on their wall because they destroyed you, right? And this is what they do to all these, there's all kinds of people they do this to. So sitting upright, not letting them make you feel low and slow and dumb, not letting them make you feel like you're the one in the wrong, just sitting on your business. Yeah, this hospital. These people work in a freaking hospital. One of them at least works in a hospital. Something about hospitals. How many times do you have to say the word hospital? It's clearly extremely important. This message has to come out because Spirit says hospital 1,000,000 times. And you have to be the very opposite of them. You have to stay very loving, innocently loving. You don't have to stay stupid. Innocent love is not stupid. It's about being vulnerable, like Christ. It's loving because it's the right thing to do. And that's why you do it. Feeling, yeah. It's the right feeling to have. The genuine respect and care for others. That's where you have to stay in your power. You can't lower yourself to anyone's standards. Remember, and I think this isn't just an energy, this demonic energy, this Gremory or whatever, this demonic energy isn't just attached to one person or this one group. You're going to encounter people like this throughout your lifetime. And so that's where I feel like Spirit says to constantly be on guard in a healthy way, not a paranoid way, but you watch people's...
You're welcome.
Thank you. You watch people's words, the things, the little details. You have to really look at the small, minute details. The words they use, the tone, like I said, their facial expressions, the way their eyes move, the way that their eyebrows, their forehead wrinkles or like moves up. There's just different facial expressions and things that people do and say that can kind of give them away. And when you get really good at observing people, usually you let them show you over time and confirm what you already know. but you're giving them a chance, just like God always gives us a chance. You give them a chance to show you that they're not ready. They're not ready to level up. So you gotta leave them behind.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay, that's pretty much it. What, yeah.
Cleaning.
You're very aware. You're Two of Wands. You're heading in, you're using your justice. Intuitively, you know that what goodness you put on the world is going to come back to you, because that's the cycle, that's the infinity that you create. Right? So when you put out a lot of great things, all those great things always come back to us. When you put out bad things, all those bad things come back to us. It's your choice of what kind of energy comes back to you. I didn't hear what you said. If a tree is bent...
Energy.
Energy? Okay. If a tree is bent, every goat will jump on it.
That's mine.
Goats. See? Goats instead of sheep. If a tree is bent, every goat will jump on it. So every devil is going to jump on the back of someone whose mindset is greed. When you are greedy and not giving, when you are revengeful and not forgiving, you are literally asking all of these demonic energies to come and jump on your back and ride you down into the ground until you are at rock bottom, and now you're calling for the Lord. You're calling for God to help you out of this hole that you were digging yourself in as you were being pushed down and weighed down by all these demons on your back. Because why? You're a bent tree. All these goats jumping on you. And I threw it right on top of the devil. I'm going to grab a Hebrew letter. My hands are too small for these cards. I could never do them because there's not enough of them. Strength. And Hanged Man.
Erase.
Erase? It says strength. Goodness. Trust your intuition for you to be able to jump life's hurdles with ease.
Let me.
Let you? Here, let me look at the list. Erase. That's the word that I wanted to. It's really hard to erase people that have a level of resilience and strength because that's all they've ever known. And I think collective, a lot of us that seek channels like this or even insight from spirit are people that have been through so many ups and downs in their life and hardships and trauma. People, not showing the kind of love that we give to others. It's always people taking and taking from us. And we end up getting to a place where we recognize the strength. And that strength is goodness, because you're willing to go back, get
downstairs.
Yeah, you're willing to come from the basement up to the stairs again. You're willing to get back up again and stay in your goodness. Does that make sense? And that's why that message came out, is to stay in that loving goodness, even towards your enemies. Like, do your best to forgive. Do your best to understand that these people are in a dark place because they don't see, right? Jesus himself said it. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do. And these people really don't know. They don't see it. They may never see it.
What brought you here?
They may die that way. Yeah, think about what brought you to this channel, or this popped up on your feed in some way. Think about what brought you here on earth, right? Think about your creator. And if you can see the love through all of the hateful things and the destruction around you, and recognize that that's not God, and that God was never about that, then you'll see the goodness in yourself, and that's the strength. Because God isn't going, in the New Testament at least, God isn't going around punishing
Solid.
people. Solid, yeah. God is solid on his promise, on his covenant. Goodness is the reward. Knowing that you are good to people and you gave and you helped people, other children of God, that you served your brothers and sisters. That's what it's about. The greatest of us all will be servants. They will be smelly. They might even be smelly. These, God didn't come to earth to sit around like the perfectly pristine and clean individuals. God came down to earth to save his people, and those people are the sinners. And if you really think about it, we're all sinners. But those that think that they're not and act self-righteously, those are the people that God came to curse at. Call them demons. Because of their selfishness and their greed. Acting like Yaldaba, acting like the false god. But this is the strength that you have. I'll get one more card, and that's from the words of Jesus. And maybe you can look at the specific scripture and read the whole thing. Don't just read that section, because you need to look at everything in context around it, or else you could easily misinterpret the meaning of something.
Empty.
Empty. People that behave this way and treat people like this are very empty inside. And when you are empty, it's a really lonely place.
I'm in pain.
Yeah. These people are in pain and they are empty inside. People that are empty and that are in pain tend to take out their fears and the things that they lack out on other people. They project how they feel about themselves genuinely onto other people. If someone says, oh, I only believe and respect people that are self-made, okay, that's fine. But is it maybe because you're not actually self-made, even though you tell people you are? Even farther? Okay, let me read these cards. It says, John 14:27, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. And it's true. The truth is, we're supposed to live in peace. If we all lived in peace, if it was genuine, like sharing and giving, and no one starved, and everybody had shelter, and everybody had what we needed, because everything that's created is actually made from the resources and the earth around us, whether it's chemicals or not. They're taking chemicals that are in the environment and they're producing them in a lab and creating combinations of things, experimenting.
Positively.
Yes, there's positive and negative, but that could be used for positive, and it could actually lead to a peace where all people are taken care of. All people are eating natural and organic, and all people have access to clean everything. And, the way that things could be, but are not. But we can still be in peace, even with the chaos around us. Because that's where Jesus is. That's where Christ is that peace, that inner stillness in the soul. You can experience the peace in heaven if you create it.
I don't understand.
Within. Yes, a lot of people, these people wouldn't understand that. The next one is Luke 19:10. The Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. What did I say? I was talking about that. So, you collective, the Lord is coming for you in a positive way. Right? Let's say you feel lost, you feel hopeless. The Lord is coming. If you keep your eyes on the Lord is coming to help you, to help you see from a different perspective, to help you move in a more positive way, to help you heal. You know, be around healthy people and happy people. Surround yourself with people that make you feel good and uplift you. But also have your alone time and be selfish in that way, where you can be alone and you can go to dinners by yourself and movies and go shopping and have that alone time to rest. Him. Okay, this could be a masculine as well. You know, have your alone time. Get away from the fray. Or this could be feminine. So, go to him, the Lord. Seek the Lord.
Disrespectful.
These people, there's this specific masculine energy that's in this reading. He's very disrespectful. This is a pathological liar. This is someone that this is someone who likes to imprison people in their mind. This is also someone that Spirit said energy before, like drains people's energy, and that's like an energy vampire type.
What are you
and that's where the strength really comes in here. So that's it. That's the last part of the message, and I hope that helped in any way. It's really sad that any of this really resonates for anybody. I know that online everyone's like, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope this resonated for you. And I always, God always keeps showing me like, I don't know about that. Do we really want this to resonate for people? No, we really don't want this types of, experiences to resonate, these stories. But I know they do. That's the problem. And so it's better that you see yourself in the strength and the goodness that you really are, and to focus on that strength and goodness. If you focus on the goodness, even when people are being cruel and letting you down, that's a good start. Over time, it gets so much easier to be kind in the face of hate. When you're dealing with demonic, people that have demonic attachments, people that need to be freed of, greed and selfishness and revenge and hate and loathing and what is it called? Gluttony, right? That's you. Just peaceful. That's farther. That's where we want you to be. Like, turn on your favorite show and enjoy yourself. The farther and farther you get, like Spirit said, the farther and farther you get into your own journey, the more and more you enjoy your own company. The more and more you enjoy your own company, you don't have to be entertained all the time by others. And you get that rest and you take care of yourself, brother. The more you will connect with people that respect you, your time, and your availability, because you're not always available, because you're more available to yourself than others. That's healthy. And I feel like that's where you guys are going. And it's really good, because instead of being a bench tree, a hypocrite, someone that negative energies can attach to, the more this peace and the more the strength will just rise in you. And here's the last card on here that was on look at this one. This is the last message for sure. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Isn't that so beautiful? Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you spending time with me today and listening to Spirit and getting any messages that may help you. Portal? Yeah, this is a portal. I know. Yes, just so you know, there are actually portals that are with people, right? So like, think about your aura. People always talk about aura, right? You have this energetic field around you. It's scientifically proven. Within that energetic field, you can have, just like the universe. Grandson. Okay. Something about grandson. So I don't want to keep talking about this reading, but you have like little swirls. It's kind of like the way the universe is, right? There's black holes, there's swirls, there's galaxies. Through your energy, however you represent in like what you do and say and think and who you become, it's seen in that energy. And when you are someone that connects to the other side, there's quite literally like portals in your energy that connect to other places, because you wouldn't be able to receive that energy if it didn't connect to you in some way. And spirit has shown me that, where you like literally have a portal that comes through to your own energy and connects to you. Some people open portals that are very demonic. I would not recommend that. These portals that I'm talking about for people that are just naturally gifted, this is like a gift from God. This isn't something that like you did a chant in a seance.
Smelly.
Yeah. If you smell any sulfur, that's bad. That's a bad look. You don't want sulfur. And bugs, like lots of flies all of a sudden. No, that's bad. Then you've done something bad. So don't be opening portals. All right, please like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Tombstone.
Yeah, we don't want death, but there's death on the table. Maybe someone likes a tombstone pizza. Let's just change it for the better, right? Okay, go eat your tombstone pizza. Bye.